Really? Oh, okay. Well, this is what we're going to do now. We're going to watch this for 5 seconds, and then this is going to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to point out 2 things. 1, that Dawn is saying woohoo, and 2, I have the ability to show that for the first time in a really long time. So I think that's reason for celebration. And now the song. With your... Oh, well, all right. Okay, now. Oh, look, all these people. I love it when my technology works again. Look, here's Sarah. Boom. And we've got Nori. And we've got Kathy. Let's see if Nori's hearts show up. Nope, still blocks. Oh well, that's a bummer. Hi, Get To. All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Now look, the reason I'm wearing these is because I thought I had my regular glasses. And I went to grab them and they were these. These aren't them. These are readers. I can't see. All right, so I don't even know what to do right now. Here's what I'm gonna do. I gotta be drinking this left-handed so that we can get the Kobayashi. That's right, Nori. It's my Vegas look. You need to go back and watch the show on Friday. Watch the very beginning of it, and I will have addressed that whole thing. So, what is happening with my buttons? There we go. Look, Get2 and Michaela and Nori and Get2 again and Terry, I guess. I don't know how to say your name. So, a few things. First of all, everything's blurry, so that's a little bit annoying. Second of all, today is an interesting day here because, you know, there's been, I can't tell you how many times I could, but I'm not allowed to. I've been sworn to secrecy. So I'm just going to say, I can't tell you how many times I can. I've started this show and said, hey, I really don't have anything planned. But then I continued to do 30 minutes, showing you that, all right, maybe I had 1 or 2 things planned. Well, hi, Leanne. That's true. Sarah is pointing out, well, it will when it shows up here. Here it is. Sarah's pointing out that sometimes I'll do this. Or no, this. Right? I'll drink it with my left hand, but I won't use the handle. What's up with that? And I've even seen myself do this before. That's not how they're designed. Have I done this? That would work too. Anyway. So Leanne is here and Carrie Ann is here, and all right. So sounds like you in your classroom, right? Like, I don't really have anything planned for you today, kids. How great was it when you'd go into class and now in retrospect, now I can look back on school days and remember, and I could probably go back and go, oh, I see what happened there. She didn't come prepared. That's why we watched a film. I see, she's hungover. That's why she smells funny. Okay. Today's a really easy day. Miss Harmon's tired. I actually did have a teacher named Miss Harmon in 6th grade. And she was tough. Yeah, she was on my case. She probably wouldn't have been a fan of the Bob Doyle show if it was going on during class. Those were the days when I guess I'd get in trouble for talking or something. That wasn't intended. Talking, yes. So 6th grade, that was when the trouble started. Actually, that's not true. The trouble started in kindergarten, apparently. From what I understand, Bob likes to talk. That's, and then boom, 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 boom. Up until 8th grade. Hold on. I'm going to tell this wasn't planned, of course, because nothing was. But let's see if I can find the right music for this. I used to be a happy-go-lucky kid. Always there with the jokes, the humor, trying to bring levity to a situation called school that otherwise sucked. For everyone. Nobody wanted to be there. The teachers, the kids, nobody liked school. So all I was trying to do was bring a little joy. Year after year, I'd try, only to be squashed by the system. Needs improvement. Needs to keep his hands to himself. Needs to stay focused. Talks too much. I see. I'm not some robot, you know. Anyway, so I started to have to stay after school and get detention and all that nonsense for showing a little bit of personality. You know what I'm saying, face? Well, Nori, I hope that when the doctor slapped you, you had it within you to slap him back. Well, it all came to a head, my friends, in 8th grade when I was in my lecture English class. My teacher, I'll say his name, why not? Austin Sharp. Austin Sharp was my favorite teacher. He was also the drama teacher. I did join the drama club for some sort of outlet. That's another whole show. That whole thing, oh my God. All right, but anyway. He was my favorite teacher. I really liked him. I respected him. You know how when you finally find a teacher that you really like and respect, and you go, oh, okay, maybe school. Well, one day, I did not intend on telling the story. One day in class, I don't know, we had to make up a riddle, that was it. Now, I'm not going to tell you the riddle I made up because I should. But it doesn't matter. The point is, I stood up, did my riddle. He was not amused at the punchline. He made me stay after class and asked me, is this how you're going to be the rest of your life? Is this what you want? You don't want to be taken seriously? Are you just some cut-up from your favorite teacher? Well, I never again had to stay for after school or get detention. You know why? Because that little boy was squashed that day. That little boy learned a lesson that self-expression, not good. It will get you in trouble. You see what I'm saying? I wish I could get Austin Sharp on my show. I'm Facebook friends with his sister. Anyway. Yes, thank you, Dawn. She said it right here. Welcome back, little boy. See, I just had to wait till the internet came along. So I could tell that riddle now, but it's so stupid that I won't. I absolutely won't. So just don't even. The point is, what is the point? What the hell is the point? Why did I start talking about school? Why? How did I get there? I really cannot remember. Oh well. All I can tell you is that it has nothing to do with today's program, and nothing does, because what I started to say was I truly have come to this show today with the one thing I've toyed with because of a total act. Because here's the deal. And okay, I've started 3 or 4 sentences already. Which one am I going to go with? Vote 1 for the first one. You're pressing this on your touch-tone phone, right? We'll tally the votes. Because we've got our brand new voting booth, and we want to use it. And then we want to tally those votes. What's the point of having votes if you don't tally them? So, yeah. So yesterday, so here's the thing. If I say so one more time, I have to start paying my audience $10 a piece. That's not going to work. Yesterday, I started packing for my move, which is going to occur at some point in the next few weeks. Tomorrow, I'll make the announcement again. I won't be doing the live show. I know. I need a boo sound effect. Because I will be going to Las Vegas, spending the day looking at places that I have already looked at, on the interwebs and said, oh, yes, maybe, yeah, possibilities, all those things. And then I'll make a choice. But so yesterday I started packing. I started my day by getting moving boxes. and then just a handful of small moving boxes to start the process. Oh God. So I did, and and then the whole I did a broadcast yesterday about Cody because he's staring at me the whole time, and it brought up all my stuff about the fact I was going to be leaving Cody. So I did that. So I'm not going to get into that here. Only to say to any of you who watched that, gave me feedback, reached out personally, all of that stuff. Thank you so much. It was super helpful, and I got great resources from that conversation. And of course, it just felt, I don't know, good to just get it out and to feel safe with my Facebook timeline. Here's a guy who has no sense of reality. I'm sure it's total. Why not just put all my stuff out there? Why not? What could possibly go wrong? Cut to 2 weeks later. I have something in my eye right now. I don't know if that's evident, but now it's starting to hurt. Alrighty. So I'm going to go pick out this house. And so what I'm saying is I know I owe everybody a few dollars right now. My head is full of life right now. That's what I'm really trying to get at. And so the whole idea of like, oh yeah, show. Let me check my available bandwidth. Where it was here 10 years ago, but I can't seem to find it now. I'm sorry that I'm making people spit coffee and whatnot. Kathy says, I will love Vegas. I intend to. I intend to. Look, the whole thing, I actually, as I've said a few times, I never in a million years would have thought that I would have ended up in Vegas, right? I mean, this place, me, I don't gamble, I don't drink, I don't like crowds, and I really don't like hot weather. But given all of that, when I look at the other sides and the possibilities and the people that I do know there and the opportunity to form new relationships and, do new things, that's exciting. That's exciting. But during this transition period where there's packing and a dog staring at you and, and it fills up the head. And sometimes, so what did I do yesterday to deal with that? Well, I started by making bacon, and then I made a chocolate Kahlua cake, and then I made homemade ice cream, and then I made ribs. So I spent hours in the kitchen, in addition to packing and doing Facebook Live things yesterday. Full day yesterday. What'd you guys do? Reno's fun too, huh? I don't think I've spent any time in Reno. I spent many years avoiding Vegas. The first time I went to Vegas was to speak in the capacity of Bob Doyle from The Secret, which, if you guys, is there anybody, that would be so funny if there was even one person watching this who had no idea about The Secret or that I was in it or whatever. Like that I actually earned a legit viewer. That was a crappy thing to say to myself. All right, let's just get this out of the way. When you don't have content, you go to the B team. And the B team is this is the B team. I found the B team packing yesterday. B team was in a drawer with a partner who looks just like it. And I was just like, well, that's got to go on the show somehow, because even on VR Thursdays, right, there's a floating rubber chicken that floats around. And so now, we just into our, actually, because of my packing, I happen to have a great deal of my, of my little animals. Hi. And, so I'm ready for Vegas. This is all I need, right? I just go up to a club. Bye-bye. If I go up to a club and I say, here I am, Bob Doyle from The Secret. Perhaps you've heard of the Bob Doyle Show. Here's my B team. Put me on a stage. All I need is a green screen and a microphone. Oh, and an internet connection. And we're going to take this town over, you and me. Now this is, I guess I'm talking to an agent at this point. And they're going to look at me standing here like this with all this, and they're going to go, where have you been all our lives? And I'm going to say, you know what? Atlanta for a while, and then, I was in Los Angeles for 5 years, and, but I'm here now, so can we get started? And they'll say, we're going to get started yesterday. Follow me. And then like this secret door is going to open up behind them. Like I didn't even see it. Like you couldn't, it was so well done, you didn't even see it on the wall. Door opens up, like slides up, bzzz, like, just like you'd think. And we walk down this long hall, encrusted with diamonds and glass and gold and, whatever. Coffee machines every 5 seconds. And 5 seconds, that's the thing. It doesn't matter how fast you walk, it's always every 5 seconds because it adjusts. It reads your speed. I'm talking, this is a fancy place, right? So I'm walking down this corridor, and then they stop and they say, Bob, you're walking. And I'm like, yeah, well, how else am I supposed to get there? And they say, stand on this. And it's this hoverboard thing that gives you a foot massage while it carefully takes you down the hall. Anyway, so then, right, we get to this office, and every celebrity I've ever known, ever heard of is in there. In wax form, of course. That's right. They've walked me into the wax museum in a back way. Why? Because over in the corner, they show me the Bob Doyle wax statue that I didn't even know was being made. And they're like, we've been sitting on this for years, just waiting for you to finally get here. And now we can unveil it. Thank you for bringing Vegas back to life. And you know what I'll say at that point? I'll say, you're welcome, Vegas. Now, can we do something about the heat in here? So I got this big pile of ukuleles over here and a keyboard. Look at this monster. See? Did you know that's what I meant when I said keyboard? That's right. It's in the piles of stuff everywhere phase, and we're just beginning. I just started yesterday. Let's catch up with folks. Bruno says something about the next script for the next Back to the Future. Agents are getting in contact with you. That's right. That's right. I forgot to mention all that scenario was a time travel thing. That's not just my imagination. That's what happens in the future. I've already lived. I'm just back. I just came back here to the past to set it up so that when it happens, you will be like, wow, it happened just like he said, like as if I predicted it. No, it's not that I predicted it. It's that I lived it and then came back in time and described it so I would look like I was an excellent predictor. See, that's how time travel works. I don't think I'm supposed to be talking about this. All right, so let's see what we got. Sarah's giving me a lecture right now. Can we have better energy around the heat? I'm already, look, here's the thing. I've said that Marina Del Rey has been giving me cold weather for like 3 weeks. Like this morning I took Cody out and I was like, I am ready for Vegas. Because I think the mornings will be fine and the evenings, I don't know. I really don't know. I just keep telling myself this. Here's what I do know. Air conditioner, right. See, in Marina Del Rey, we don't have air conditioning and heating here. Because it's always freaking perfect. Except when it's not. And then it's like, ugh, wish I could push a button right now. And I'll have buttons in Vegas. They got lots of buttons. I bet you, I would wager to say that they've got more buttons per capita, per square foot in Vegas than just about anywhere. Wouldn't you think? There's got to be a lot of buttons in Vegas. Don't you think? I mean, just in some of the wardrobes. Buttons, double meaning. See what I did there? Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, see, I'm behind on the comments because I went down some weird path. Oh yeah, that's right, I was predicting the predicting the future. All right, so now this I like that it's just random, Calvin and Hobbes. So now I'm wondering why. Did I transmogrify? I don't know why that. Why does the chicken look so wrong? Hold on, let's take another look. Well, first of all, it's reflecting weird, so you can see through it. It almost looks like a glass chicken. Weird. That's. Oh, Chroma Key, you're so funny. Now, see, now I wish the autofocus was on, and that it wouldn't, you know. I forgot that it squeaked, so that's why when it happened this morning, I was fully surprised. To get to the other side, to get to the, why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side, sir. Anyone? Face. He knows. Maybe he was just quoting the joke and not the line from the movie. So, who knows the movie? Come on, say it. Ugh, these do not, they only make it worse. It's that because the computer and everything is just out of the range of these readers. Like if I leaned in a foot, then it'd be fine. But back here, it's just blurry and uncomfortable. But like this, it's fine. But guess what? I'm not going to do a show like this. That would be weird. Although I could one day just do, like, what would I call this? The neck crane? It's neck crane. There's no day of the week that starts with an N. I can't do it. Sorry. Besides, that's right, Stripes. Dawn wins. All right. Let's see, what do we got? A plethora of plushies. That's fun to say. And it feels a little dangerous. A plethora of plushies. It shouldn't feel dangerous. A plethora of plushies. Okay, well, see, I can see where... All right, so here's a comment from Sarah. Charlie's Angels are already planning a trip out to see me. So I know what that means. That means that Sarah and Dawn and Cheryl, 3 real live human beings, 2 of which are in this room right now, are going to road trip to Vegas. And I know what they're going to do. They're going to try and get me out and doing crazy stuff. And I know that they know that that's kind of part of my commitment to myself. So they're going to come and make me accountable and say, well, you said you wanted to go out and be social. Let's go. And then my ego is going to say, oh, well, yeah, I know, but today I've really got this wall to stare at. And then they're going to say, you can stare at a wall tomorrow. And I'm going to go, oh, you got me. And I'll be like, I don't drink and gamble. And they're going to be like, well, that's okay. We want to see the Bob Doyle statue in the Wax Museum. And I'll be like, you know what? That is a great plan. Let's go. And then we'll get in the Charlie's Angels mobile. Do they have that? They should. Kathy says Reno has snow and cold. Snow. Seasons in general. I got to tell you, I'm excited about that. I have visions of sitting out on the deck, patio, I don't know what I'm going to have, during a thunderstorm during the summer, which I have not gotten to witness in 5 years. And I'll put on my geeky binaural recording microphones. And I'll sit out there and stare at the rain for 45 minutes, and I'll be like, this does not suck. But now that the rain has stopped, I have to hide immediately because it's about to get humid up in here. I lived in Atlanta for a long time. I'm well aware of humidity and what happens after a rainstorm when it's hot outside. It's a feeling I don't like. I was thinking this morning, I always say I prefer to be cold rather than hot because, you can always put on layers. You can only take off so many clothes. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? Why isn't that working? Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? This program needs a button. This is an aside. This program needs the ability to push a button to make it happen without the program having to have been clicked on first. All right. It's the mouth of the chicken that's causing the problem. All right. Well, I can't jump through the internet and mature you people. Okay? That time has to do that. So anyway, only so many clothes. well, only so many clothes you can put. I guess so. Well, you can just keep getting larger clothes. You got blankets. Look, it's easier to get warm. The point is, this morning when I was cold walking Cody, I didn't have a coat. I was like cold. And I'm like, okay, well, right now I'd rather be warm. So, you know, the grass is always greener where you water it. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? Basically, my point is, I don't have a show today. So, if you came here to see the Bob Doyle show, I'm afraid that all we've got is excuses. And we have them in several different colors and sizes to fit this. And hold on. Do you live in town? Because if you live in town, I want you to, next Tuesday through Thursday, we're getting a whole new collection, but it's exclusive. It's only through Tuesday and Thursday. A whole new collection of excuses that have never been used before. Now, these are expensive. I'm telling you right now. These, you know, because you're not going to be able to say, my laundry got stuck in the whatever. These are new. And so it's 2 days only. Come prepared to spend some money, but you're going to get these excuses, and I'm telling you, there is no end to the list of things you will be able to get out of. Some of these excuses are so good, you will fool yourself. Like you'll totally buy it. You're right, I can't pay my taxes because my pen is the wrong color. It's a given. That's not one of the excuses, by the way. I haven't even seen them. All right? Now Ed's ordering me around. Look, I've had progressive lenses. Is that what you mean? I don't know what intermediate is, if that's the same. I've gone through so many different kinds of glasses trying to get. Now these are readers. This is a useless example. This is simply a visual display. And I just you know, it's literally years I've been looking for the prescription that I can live with, and so far no good. Well, thank you, Gatu. That's very nice of you to say. See, still have the ability to make the day, even though there will be no show today. Okay. So. And look, I've still got coffee in here, and somehow it's still warm. How is that happening? There you go. I can't do my taxes because I haven't cleaned the bathroom in 30 seconds. Your Honor, case dismissed. They stopped using gavels because it was just too jarring. So instead now I don't know how many of you have been in a courtroom lately, but this whole gavel stuff, it's out the door. Now it's just this. Order in the court. Order in the court. It's still pretty annoying, I gotta say. So, anyway, tomorrow, folks, nothing. There won't even be this tomorrow. And I can't remember how to get to, yes, here. So, tomorrow morning at 7:30, I invite you all just to sit in Bob Doyle meditation and imagine your own show. Starting with the dancers and then the whole thing for 30 minutes. Just whatever you think I might do tomorrow. Remember, it would have been Tech Tuesday, so if you want to make up that I'm reviewing it, whatever it is, and if you get any really amazing idea, you know, let me know, because I'll take whatever ideas I can get, whether they come from you, my brain, the ether, or the future.